Stay tuned, everyone. We will be going to a commercial break, and we will be back shortly with the World of Illusion race. All right, welcome back, everyone, to Awesome Games Done Quick. AGDQ is a Games Done Quick event held every year in January, featuring members of Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live, SDA and SRL. SDA hosts speedruns of over 1,000 games, with forums containing speedrunning planning and marathon discussions. SDA welcomes old and new gamers alike. You can follow both of them on Twitter, SDA Speedruns, and SRL is the best site to race video games. You can go to their page at speedrunlive.com for more information. To get more information, including a short series of races starting January 17th called Get Yourself Into Speedrunning. For more information about Games Done Quick, you can follow at Games Done Quick on Twitter and see information about the event at gamesdonequick.com. We have a $26.55 donation from Obi Watt Kenobi. Here's $26 and change for that world record earlier. Also, save the animals. We have a $50 donation from Cat Not Rabbit. You all friggin' rock, AGDQ. Thanks for doing this. First time watcher, 4-year RN in oncology nursing. Cancer too often catches people by surprise. They come in for arm pain and end up with lymphoma or some such scenario. Plainly, it's devastating, and the necessarily rushed chemotherapy is brutal to watch month after month as the side effects accumulate. So I'm all about prevention. Don't end up as my patient. We have a $50 donation from Cameron. We lost my grandpa a little more than 3 years ago to lung cancer. He was a huge influence on my life, so the work you guys are putting in means a lot and it really hits home. Thank you so much to everyone doing runs and working behind the scenes to raise money for this cause. Good luck on the runs. We have a $30 donation from Carico. Been watching AGDQ on YouTube for almost 2 years, finally getting caught up. So much content to watch and totally fell in love with it. Glad to finally be able to donate to a live AGDQ. Glad to see Shovel Knight being run this year. We have a $25 donation from Urban Gaming Elite. Always great to see gamers unite for a wonderful cause. Best of luck to everyone in their runs. We have a $20 donation from RB Works. Hey guys, I'm so glad to see this event. It snuck up on me just as Infamous was on. Please put this donation to the 2 people, 1 controller Majora's Mask run. Congrats on the world record, Skate, for a living. Keep it up. We have a $25 donation from Falcon Bandwagon. I was going to donate during Sinister One's Punch-Out run, but I found out I was working at that time, so I'll just donate now. Good luck to everyone and have a safe trip back home when y'all are done. Let's beat cancer together. We have a $50 donation from Grainage. Congratulations, Skate, for a living on the world record. Just got home from work and time to enjoy a full week of AGDQ. This means a lot to me at this moment since my grandmother is battling cancer this very moment and I have no way of getting there. Good luck to all the runners. You are doing an amazing job. Keep up the good work. We have a $20 donation from Andreas. Greetings from Austria. It's 6:48 in the morning and I'm still watching. I'm grateful that till now nobody in my family has had cancer, but several people in my surrounding area have died over the last few years. My first donation here, and you guys are doing a great job. Thank you very much. To everyone playing or watching, we are currently setting up Worlds of Illusion race between Edenal and Darbian. Darbian, who actually just recently took a world record in the game.
This is.
Yours looks Is that S video?
I think it's like RF. Cool. I wouldn't bet on it.
Big money?
Big money.
Yes, we're ready. Are you ready? Darbian, do the countdown.
We're ready here.
3.
Wait, should we introduce ourselves before? Maybe we
Yes,
should.
roll call on
Go
the couch,
for it.
please.
Okay, cool. I'm Edenal. And you're?
B-Trim?
Blecky, I'll be commentating along with Beatrice.
I'm Darbian. I'll be playing.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this game pretty much already starts off with a one-frame trick about 10 seconds in or so. And so we're just going to start off explaining that. Basically, when you see them get to catapults, they've got one frame in which they can do a ridiculously high jump going off of it. If they don't do that, they'll have to go level by level, and it takes a few jumps. Here we are right here. Who's going to get it, who's not? Oh, Edenal cranks it out. Darbian's going to keep trying.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets it too. Very nice. These are, again, that's one frame trick, so it's really impressive that they both got that so quick.
Got half of it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. And beyond that, this is World of Illusion. So Beatrim, if you want to talk a bit about it.
Yeah, so World of Illusion is is it the second or third game in the I Love series?
I think it's the third.
After Castle of Illusion and Quackshot. There's 3 different modes. This is the Mickey mode. There's also a Donald mode and then a cooperative mode. And they differ with some different levels and such.
Yeah, and really, I mean, the Mickey one is by far the fastest. There's basically huge level differences. The Donald one is very much slower, and then even the co-op one is much slower. Their just levels are much slower. So to get into one of the most important things to know about this game, if you're familiar with Super Mario World physics at all, it's kind of similar. Because the way this game works is that every frame, it's a 60 FPS game, every single frame, your speed oscillates between 4 different values. And so, basically, if you jump at any one of those frames, you keep that specific speed you were at the time of your jump for the remainder of your jump. And that comes into play because just as you start to fall off of a ledge, you can time your jump so that you can keep that optimal speed. However, because it's going to be so difficult to know exactly what speed you're keeping, you're never going to really know. And so you need to A, react according to what speed you get when you do that ledge jump, and B, just kind of hope that you do get that fastest speed because it's just really important for some of the jumps.
Now, where this kind of spider-like creature comes down at the end is a bit random. You might come out at the top left, you might come out in the middle, and you might come out in the top right.
They're hoping for top left. Oh, Edenal got middle, which is not too bad. We'll see what Darbian gets, but they're hoping for top left. Oh, so same RNG right there.
All right.
And that's the only RNG part of the game.
Stage 2 starts with a bit of a simple thing. It's really just this magic carpet ride, but screen 2 begins with something pretty crazy. What you're going to see is basically they're going to spawn a pillar that comes out of the ground, and then they're going to walk back to the left after they spawn that pillar to despawn it, and that will allow them to just kind of fall where that pillar used to be, and you'll see what that looks like, but it looks totally absurd. And on top of that, it saves about, I think it's something like 20-ish seconds, because it skips, it requires some setup, but it skips both a brief running screen and also a very nasty luck screen where you basically have to do a leap of faith into a pit and just hope that you land into a randomly spawning piece of land. So you can see Edenal here got this set up. It's a pretty simple trick to do. Darbian doing it as well, and then you just cruise down the side of the level. You don't fall into a pit or anything. You're just cruising out of bounds. No big deal. Yeah, cool stuff. Something pretty cool to note about this cloud level is that you see those sliding clouds there, and what you want to do as you step on those sliding clouds is you want to jump before the cloud stops so that you can carry its momentum with you as you jump.
Sometimes.
You can kind of notice, you can really see as they jump there that their speed is much faster than what it normally is. This boss 2, nothing too exciting to talk about really. It basically, there are 6 different little cubes that turn into this dinosaur, and as they land you just kind of manipulate it in a very fixed way, and it's easy every time basically. Stage 3, the game kind of starts to get nasty, and what you want to really do is start managing your damage boosts very appropriately. Damage boosts are an important thing to know because basically, if you're just running and you take damage, or you're jumping and you take damage, you get stunned briefly, and Mickey makes this like dazed look on his face, and you get halted for a second. But what you want to do is you want to use your crouch move. You're basically hitting down, and I think it's the jump button, and it allows you to crawl briefly to prevent any damage. And after this water area, you'll see a whole ton of that.
So in this water area, the key is to not touch the ground.
Or hit left.
Or hit left. As long as you're right, you're holding right, you have the maximum speed. Otherwise, it might give you a random speed.
The weird thing is that if you touch the ceiling or the wall, I believe, your kind of maximum speed isn't altered in any way. It's only really when you touch the floor, which you do have to do at a couple points, that your maximum speed is lowered. And you just have to react to that. Because your maximum speed, after that occurs, your maximum speed could technically still be at a decent value, but you could just get totally messed up, and at which point you kind of need to either tap left or right, or I think there are a couple different methods, but you have to adjust your maximum speed so that you can kind of maintain a decent speed. And then here, so what you're going to see here, that's an example of the crawling move I was talking about before. And then we start to get into this clam area. Now, this whole clam area is based on there are a bunch of kind of opening, closing clams you'll see. It's not a global timer, I believe. It's as you approach the clams. But all of these jumps that they're about to do are A, very precise, and B, based on that ledge jump mechanic. So Edenal really nailed it, and I think Darbian got it too. That's some hard stuff, so I'm really glad that they got through those unscathed.
It's a really good race so far.
Yeah, this race is insane. There are all kinds of things throughout this entire race which could set it one way or the other. We'll see more another thing similar to those catapult jumps we saw before, but we'll get into those as we approach them. This boat, this boat area is a very good example of the damage abuse that I would mention before. Depending on your health, they are at the same health right now. Depending on the health you're at, you might kind of adjust your strats based on what you need to do. But you can see, for example, Edenal there doing that crawl move to prevent that stun animation that I mentioned before, and Darbian doing the same. All the damage abuse in this game is very precisely routed out, and basically, like I said, you do need to adjust if you take any unexpected points of damage, but otherwise, it's all very precisely routed out what you need to do, and especially once you get into the later levels. It's this level and really a couple of later levels where damage abuse is really comes in handy.
Okay, so they're both approaching this boss with a good amount of health. So we should see good performances here.
I'm not going to do the risky strat.
Get ready for the terrifying shark sound.
On your first playthrough, this will mess you up, but good.
Oh yes, oh yes.
I guess
And
we
even
can
the
give a
speedrun
shout
can
out
be
to.
kind of tricky.
This is the Sharknado. Shout out to Asylum.
We have a quick $25 donation for check 1240. Can't wait to see some great
Darbian
games
going
getting
for
wrecked.
the slightly quicker hit on that shark.
This is really crazy close. But the beginning of stage 4 can really make the men into the boys, or the boys into the men, whichever path is better. Because we were talking about the catapult jump before. As they approach these staplers, there are 2 of them. You have to get them, unlike the catapult, to realistically save time. Edenal nails it. Oh, Darbian, I think, okay, he got it right there too. And there's one more. Edenal gets it. Darbian gets it. This
Wow.
Oh, this is nice.
Wow.
I gotta say, as this race approached and we were all kind of talking about like what could go right, what could go wrong, that stapler thing is the #1 thing that everyone is terrified of. So they really had pretty much equal performances on it. It was really cool. Darbian might have made up a bit of time, in fact. The one thing to know about this cake land, besides its deliciousness, is that as you land on these kind of puffs that you see, you have a very brief amount of time. You can see they kind of collapse. And you have a brief amount of time where you need to jump off of them before they collapse. Otherwise, you lose that bit of height, and you can't jump high enough to reach where you need to reach. But they both, it's not too precise, and they both got it pretty quickly, so cool stuff there. Wow! The champagne cork. Buckle your seatbelts.
This is where the stream is gonna die.
Yes, the compression
Particle.
artifact champagne.
All right, let's see. All right, it's still even. We're watching closely. Oh, nobody's making up any time. This is close here. All right, yeah, it looks like they got this. Basically, the idea is, I mean, you get this invincibility, and you just ride freely through, and you. It's fortunate actually that this auto scroller is where it's located in the game because you really need the health. You see, they're both back at full health from like 4 or 5 health they started with, and you really need it for those damage boosts coming up. As we approach the boss here, there is a quick kill on this boss. Basically, it relies on getting 2 hits in before she gets her first kind of flight up. So we'll see how that goes. It only saves a couple seconds, but it's just one more thing to add on to this very precise game. Oh, they both got it. So now they just need to finish it off.
Yeah, that 1 or 2
Nice
seconds definitely matters right now.
This
This
the
is
end.
insanely close.
Okay, move left now.
It's honestly unreal that after those stapler jumps and even after that boss, they're this close. So we got 2 stages left. It's a pretty quick game. The world record, if you were wondering, is held by this gentleman on my right, your left, Darbian, at 15:06 STA timing. And Edenal is close behind with 15:16 STA timing. They've traded it back and forth, and this game has seen a lot of recent research and tech. So it's been changing a lot and really trading hands back and forth.
You should mention Tenebrae as well. A Finnish runner.
Yep. Yeah, Tenebrae, he runs Quackshot and Castle of Illusion Genesis, and he decided to pick up World of Illusion and proceeded to crush it. Yeah.
I think it got darker. Not sure though.
Mickey is by far, we were talking about the differences before, Mickey is by far the most competitive category just because it is the fastest and because, it's hard to get a co-op run going.
This is appropriate donation time.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we have some donations.
We have a $100 donation from She's So Very Nice. Thanks for raising money for this important cause. Have a fun run. And we have a $10 donation from Atana Steel. Robert Downey Jr. versus Red Shirt Guy. World of Illusion race hype. Save the animals. Then we have a $20 donation from King Eisen. World of Illusion and Rocket Knight Adventures were my favorite games as a child, so I can't wait to see them destroyed. Also, save the animals. Don't be mean. $20 donation from Alexander Dunn. Love the cause, love the runs, love the trivia. Keep up the good work.
Okay, so this is where I really said that the damage boost will come in handy. You can see these kind of sliding car dudes. They're often located on these staircases. They're often located on these staircases, and timing your damage boosts is very important.
And not falling through the stairs is equally important.
Yeah, very important too. They're a bit frustrating, these guys, because it seems like basically there's 2 parts to your attack. There's your cape attack, which actually damages enemies, and the sparkles that come off, which merely stuns the enemies. And it seems like sometimes when you hit those kind of shifting car dudes, that even though you hit them with the cape, they don't take damage. And so that can just kind of toss a kink into their work. This, I did a blind run of this game some time ago, and it was fun for me at this part because I just stayed patiently at this falling platform and got dumped right into that pit there. So all you need to do is hold right, but I mean, sometimes you just kind of relax and fall into pits, and that's cool too.
Coming up to the final boss soon, and it's pretty straightforward. You'll see them stand on 1 or 2 pillars and jump and attack, and avoid the enemies to not get stunned.
Another big point about this game is lag management. It's very important, but I'm going to keep quiet here and just let's watch this play out.
Should be. Time is coming up in like 10 seconds.
You're ready to call out time when it is, yeah.
Time.
Wow.
That was close.
And time.
Crazy.
Great run.
So now we're even, and we have to do we have to do the tie break backstage.
We'll settle it in Smash.
Shout out to RGB, by the way.
Yeah. You guys swap places like 3 times in the stair. The stair.
Oh
climb.
yeah, I felt that was.
It was back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, with all those one-framers in there, that's insane that it was that close. So really good job, guys.
Of all of our practice races, that was the closest one by far, I think.
Definitely. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
We have a 55.
What's coming up now?
55 donation. We coming up is Rocket Knight Adventures.
Shout outs to the names and the fake names in the credits.
I guess now's the time for shoutouts, right?
Do it.
Shout outs to Fighting Masters, yeah.
Big King.
Really getting trolled there. It was funny because we had a discussion about our cards were different. My card says made in Japan and Darbian says made in the US.
And that is different.
I guess, well, thank you, Beatrim and Blecky, for
Yeah,
commentating.
excellent commentary, Blecky.
Commentary
Thank you
was
for
great.
the close race.
Yeah.
It helped.
Ken. Thank you, Ken. Best
Thank you, Ken.
programmer.
Special thanks to Bert coming up.
Don't say that name.
Thanks to
Programmer.
Sega for spelling programmer correctly.
F-U. Right, here it comes. Special thanks to Bert.
Yeah, Bert.
He was
Shout outs to
really
Bert.
the main player here.
I mean, he really made the team.
Ray less so.
So until Shadow Jackie gets here, we see some fighting masters.
I've never played Fighting Masters.
I don't know what Fighting Masters is.
Can we get
but
some Fighting Masters?
If it's 2-player, I'll play.
Co-op before Shadow Jackie.
Can you unplug that? This thing's gonna. Yeah. Co-op mystery game.
Tell me if it's on. I think I got
It's on.
But is it Shadow Masters?
it. Like, is it right?
It's something.
It's made by Sega.
Nope.
No.
Remove the card, I guess.
No, it doesn't need to be removed.
Okay.
I've tested it. I got it the other way around.
Yeah, that is mine.
Okay.
I wouldn't touch anything.
Does anyone know anything about this game?
Where's the other runner at then? Shadow Jackie?
We're
Top
too
seats.
fast.
Yeah. I'll just.
Maybe.
So, is it like face roll on the controller?
Hello everyone, you're watching Awesome Games Done Quick. Awesome Games Done Quick is a Games Done Quick event held every year in January featuring members of the Speed Demos Archive